The game might be over, but we're just getting started. Welcome to the Todd Fox Postgame Podcast, your go-to spot for real, unfiltered Angels talk, win or lose, on the Halos in the Infield Network. You never know what's going to happen. Walk-offs, meltdowns, heroics, or straight-up typical Angels disasters. We're breaking it all down. Who stepped up and took home the Golden Stamos, the most prestigious award in baseball? And who embarrassed themselves so badly they're stuck with the dreaded Nacho Night Award? Drop your comments, call in, and sound off. We're reading them all. So like, share, subscribe, and buckle up, because this show pulls no punches. And yes, Anthony Rendon is still a fragile little bitch. Take it away, Todd.
I'm a fox. My name's Todd.
Hey, welcome into another episode of the Halos in the Infield Postgame Podcast. I am your host. It's the Halo Honk coming to you live from the Halos in the Infield Postgame Show. Hopefully you and yours had a good night. We went out for the Star Wars thing. It was kind of trippy. It was a big-time crowd tonight. It was fun. The atmosphere was fun. The fans, they could have been better. I think you still had a lot of fans that were like your niche fans, like you're not your real casuals. You didn't really have too many hardcore there, but hey, the game was fun. For the most part, you had two big home runs by Mike Trout, but in the end, you freaking lost again. You lost again to a team that, is if you look at the numbers, they look superior. You know, the Giants are a really, really good baseball team, and the Angels held them to 3 runs and 5 hits. But there was just one big home run and an add-on run, and it was versus Mike Trout. It was Giants 3, Trout 2. It was very frustrating because Hendricks falls to 0-2. He gets his second loss in his fourth start. Again, he pitched 5 innings, not too bad. 3 runs on 4 hits, 1 strikeout, 2 walks. So he's not a strikeout pitcher. But the defense behind him was pretty good. But again, flat swings, bad approaches. It's just becoming the norm. A lot of strikeouts, and a lot of it was brought on by themselves. Again, 10 strikeouts tonight, 3 of which went to Ward and 3 went to Paris. I think Paris deserves a day off. This is easily if you want to say, okay, what's Kyron Paris to you, Todd? Kyron Paris to me is a guy that just, had a great spring. No one really paid attention to him. Didn't think he was going to make the majors. He made the majors. Got some spot starts, got in the starting lineup, and has been really good up until the series in Houston and Texas, where finally there's a book on him, and people are starting to attack that over-aggressive swing that he has. And now he's got to adjust his swing. He's got to shorten up his swing. He's got to get a little bit more relaxed, and I think he could do it. I think he had the right mindset when we interviewed him. And he just changed his tune. He was able to fix things and get better as we moved on. So, it's not that bad. I thought it was going to be a lot worse, playing the Giants, but again, a 2-0 win last night, and then a 1-run game tonight where Mike Trout nearly hit a 3rd home run. He came about maybe 5 to 10 feet just short. I think a good 10 feet would have cleared that fence, and the Angels would have tied the game. We'd still be playing. It took me a little bit longer to get home because the traffic was murder getting out of there, number 1. And number 2, there was actual accident on the 5 freeway where we saw that 4 people went to the trauma center, and one person was a fatality. So RIP to them. And I'm drunk. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I started early this morning. I'm drunk Halo Honk, dude. I was having a great time. The fans were great. I ran into John Frisch. That was awesome. But I ran into Trent Rush. He did not want to shake my hand, but I forced him. I did the Trump handshake, pulled him close to me. And then it was fun. It was just fun. I ran into so many fans, so many people that would like the show. Really cool people. Really, really cool people. Shout outs from all, the 400s and 500s that were up there. Nice crowd tonight. It's just a shame that they couldn't get the victory. And then again, I thought tonight's game was really, really good. Really fun. If they would have just won, I think it would have been a perfect night. I think most people were happy. I think a lot of people were disappointed because Artie didn't pony up the extra money for the Millennium Falcons. But other than that, there was a very, very good crowd, very lively crowd. It was a fun game. The fans were into it. I ran into Santa right there. We had a good time with everybody. We pre-gamed at Bruheim. The Bruheim tailgate went really good. I want to give a shout out and thanks to everybody that showed up. You had Saucy there. You had Mario, Grill Master, Phil Baker was there. A lot of people showed up, and then a couple other pages showed up too. I really appreciate Tim from Angel Central coming over. Loyal Halo fans joined us too, because that's what we do. We get our freaking people together, the Angels family together. We don't just say, "Oh, we're high and mighty, F all you down there, peasants." No, we bring everybody together. It was fun. Everyone had a good time. We had beers. We freaking Rob and James bought $300 worth of beer. So we were giving out tickets to all the Angel fans that came in there. Everyone was happy, even if they weren't even part of our page, because we gave them obviously to the people that showed up. But we saw random Angel fans, gave them tickets, and they were like, "Oh, we're going to follow you guys. That's cool, blah, blah, blah." And we had a great time. We had a great time hanging out. Grill Master made some nice pico de gallo. It didn't give us diarrhea. The food was great there. They had tri-tip and everything else. It was fun. So if you missed out on this time, I implore all of you to come out to the next one. We're going to have more prizes and stuff to give away. It was really cool. So next time, come out and have a good time with us. The next time we do a Bruheim tailgate or a watch party, and I think we're going to do a watch party first, then a tailgate. So we're going to be back twice in May. I'll give you the dates a little later. It went off pretty good. So we had a good time there. And again, I started drinking there like freaking around 2:00. I did the JT Snow interview in the morning and at Noble, and then I came back, got my stuff, got ready for the tailgate, did the tailgate, was drinking from the moment I got there all the way until like through the game. Like people were like, EQ came by, forgot about him and his girlfriend. They were there too. Yeah, the Tumble family was there. So you had a lot of people, and they were buying drinks and stuff or getting drinks. And so it was really cool because then when we got into the stadium, I just had way too many, dude. I was just floating, going through the stands, passing out thunder sticks to the kids. James was passing out stickers. We were high-fiving, fist bumping, trying to rile up the crowd going through and then taking selfies. It was fun. I will say that it was fun up until that ninth inning when I actually sat down for the first time in the ninth inning, and my head was spinning by my 11th tall can. And I was just like, okay, bro, I've hit my limit, dude. I had way too many free drinks tonight. So I was just like watching the game, and I was focused, and I'm like, motherfucker, like they should have won. It would have been a perfect ending. So that's how the night went. We can go over the numbers. Angels 2 runs on 6 hits. Gigantes 3 runs and 5 hits. And I gotta say, the Giant fans were pretty nice. And I even got checked by these essays that were Angel fans. They came up and they were like, "Hey, fool, you making fun of the Angels in that outfit?" And I said, "No." I go, I'm the Halo honk. I'm like, make fun of 8-8-30. I kind of like asked for playoff tickets because I know we're not good right now, but I'm a huge Angel fan, man. And then his buddy's like, "Hey, he goes, 'Hey, man, be easy on the honk.'" And I said, "Yeah, dude, are you checking me right now? Are you trying to find out what street I'm from?" I go, "Bro, I got street cred, man. I'm from Big A, baby." And he just started laughing, and then we just hung out there for a while. But he thought that I was making fun of the Angels. Like, "Nah, dude, I'm making fun of the AM830 crowd." I go, "But I freaking love the Angels, man. I wouldn't be doing this shit." I go, "I have a freaking AM830 or AM830. I have a Angels podcast. Like, come on, dude." So it was fun. After that, they were all cool and everything. But it's funny because it's trying to check me. I'm like, "Bro, you checked the wrong person." So other than that, it was good. The Giants didn't really get much going, but again, look at this is a team, the Angels, who have not gotten a pass ball go their way in 4 games, and they only got 1 tonight. 1 free base runner amongst 10 more strikeouts, amongst only 6 hits and 32 at bats. A lot of zeros up there, and I have to say, man, if you look at the hits and how they were distributed tonight, Taylor Ward 0 for 4, 3 Ks. He sucks ass. Move him out of the leadoff spot. We've been saying that night after night. Louis Renifo 1 for 4. Mike Trout with 2 for 4 to home run, but he struck out once. Soler got a hit, was stranded as the tying runner as Tim Anderson came in to run for him. Logan O'Hoppe, 1 for 3 tonight and a walk. He got the only 2. He got on base, so he had a good night twice. Shonowell got a hit, and I really thought he was going to dink that one into center field, but it hung up there to end the game. Zach Neto was 0 for 3. Can't really fault him. He's just getting in the swing of things. And speaking of the swing of things, Kyron Paris, dude, you need to make an adjustments right now because obviously the pitchers have adjusted to you. 0 for 3 in the hat trick as well. Joe Adell came in 0 for 3 as well. Only left 4 men on base, 0 for 1. Remember last year when we were complaining they were leaving 12 men on base? At least they're getting guys on base right now. It is clear as fucking day. They are just swinging for the goddamn fences. Roop pitched pretty good. He got a quality start, 7 innings, 2 runs, 5 hits, 9 Ks, 2 home runs allowed, 96 pitches for your Gigantes. Hendricks again, 3 runs on 4 hits, all earned, 2 walks, 1 strikeout. That home run was huge. Detmier's 2 2/3 pitching, only 1 hit allowed, 2 strikeouts and a walk. And Johnson came in and looked nails with 11 pitches. I mean, he looked really, really good tonight. But the Angels take the L, and it's unfortunate. Again, in front of a sellout crowd, Chapman had homered in the first inning to make it 2-0. Adames would get the single to score Yastrzemski to make it 3-0, and then Trout homered, again, and that was it. So Angels lose. A tough one here tonight, and they fall to 10-10, and they will look for the series win tomorrow. The series will go. Justin Verlander, a familiar foe, will take on Yusei Kikuchi. I say Kikuchu. 6.75 ERA by Verlander, 4.13 by Kikuchi. We'll see how that one plays out tomorrow. ESPN actually thinks we have a 60% chance of winning. We'll see what happens tomorrow. But also ran into the Nacho guy. The Nacho guy, I love that guy on Instagram. If you haven't followed him, he loves the helmet nachos. Guy couldn't have been any nicer. Ran into a lot of people, dude. Some that I did not even know were fans, and I thought that was really, really cool. So good night overall, but just loss really sucked. So this was a loss from starting pitch to last pitch. This is a Savage Garden night, and it's this one right here. The season does start tonight as we are 10-10. We're basically back to 0-0. And don't tell me about the standings. Don't tell me about any of that crap. It's way too early. The John Stamos Award for the best player on the field tonight. I mean, look, this was a tough one. And just because, the Giants fans are nice, I'm not going to give it to a Giant, even though I think he deserves it. And then I want to give it to Mike Trout because he's been so bad, but he came through with 2 solo blasts tonight. And does that, enable him to get the nachos? I'm going to say no. I'm not going to give him the nachos, even though he had the 2 home, or not the nachos, the Stamos. Sorry, I'm still drunk. I'm trying to sober up. The John Stamos, Golden Stamos. I'm going to give it to the Giants pitcher, Roop. Again, it's hard to knock a guy. He made 2 mistakes. It was to the same player. And again, I can't shy away from that. I kind of tend to side with pitching. And if Mike Trout was on a roll, I'd be like, okay, I'm going to give it to him because he's on fire. Dude's still batting 189, dude. Like, he's home run or nothing. And it's just a shame that we can't get a single solitary single from him. Only 1 single this year, and that was a 2 RBIer. And I just got to see him do a lot more, dude. Like, I know he's got the power. Nobody's ever disputed his power, but God damn it. I'm going to give the award tonight for best player to a Gigante. And I'm going to share the nachos. For Nacho Night Award for the worst player on the field goes to
Nacho Night. Oh, yeah, Nacho Night. Pile it up, load it high. Extra shame, hold the pride. Grab a fork, take a dive. Dignity's gone, but the cheese survived. Molded cheese, stale chips, what a sight. All your dreams gone tonight. Had a bad night, lost the fight. No more crunch, just take a bite. It's the Nacho Night Award.
Look, I'm trying to be easy on him, and I'm trying to be, I want Paris to succeed. Maybe I don't share the nachos. I'm so indecisive. I might as well be a female tonight. Sorry in advance. That was a bad, reference towards females. I'm sorry. I'm drunk. Sorry. Let me just put it this way. I am an indecisive guy, so I was going to give it to Paris. But how can I give it to Paris when he's like, the number on my back is 3, and I'm going to strike out 3 times? I'm going to give it to Taylor Ward, dude. Glorified leadoff guy. I've seen enough of him at the leadoff spot. There's no doubt he has value to the Angels, but he does not have the kind of value I feel, and the numbers state, if he's batting lower in the lineup. The higher he is, the worse he is. And he's shown it night after night, and Ron's just sitting there just as guilty as possible, dude, stubborn. And he's like, well, I think that he's a good leadoff guy. I think that he can also spark the offense. No, he can't. He's slow as funk. He almost got thrown out at first base last night because he forgot. Oh, duh, I got to go to the right, not the left. It's like, no, dude, he's not the sharpest tool in the shed. And again, I bring up Shonawell because Shonawell's been tried at second last year. He's been tried at the number 2 spot again this year. And guess what? Ron decided then Shonawell's not that fast. He's not that good. Like in that high spot, he's better in the downward in the 6th spot. Right now at the 6th spot, he looks good. Even when he flies out, he's making productive outs. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's putting the ball in play. He's hitting the ball a lot better. He's not striking out as much. He's going the other way. He looks better from 2 to 6, and all you did was move him in the order. Why is it so difficult to see that? Okay, Ward has a bad batting stance. He's not a fast runner. He doesn't value the walk. He swings early in at bats. The leadoff guy is supposed to take pitches, relay the message, even if he grounds out to the next batter. Ward just goes back to the dugout, doesn't say a goddamn thing to help Renifo. Renifo's basically like, well, I'm leadoff. I'm 1A. Or he's 1A, I'm 1B. I'm leadoff guy number 2. Because this doofus doesn't help us out at all. I'm past Ward already. I've been that way for 2 seasons. I really feel, Fernando even feels, if he's 7th or lower, that's perfect. He can provide so much more value down there than the top. So I don't know how long this experiment's going to go, but however long it is, it's gone long enough. He gets the nachos tonight. And we lost. So right away, Dan Rios checks in. He goes, dude, I'm freaking first. I'm thirsty. I'm more thirsty than you. It's spritz time, baby.
Spritz o'clock, Angels play. Win or lose, we toast today. Sip and cheer, no matter score. Spritz o'clock,
Stezio over there on TikTok asks, will Shauna will lead off? No, you need someone fast. If he was Darren Erstad fast, I like his swing. I like his contact, but I think right now we've been blessed with no injuries right now from Louis Renifo. If Louis Renifo would lead off, I think that would help the Angels so much. And bear with me, guys. I do like, as far as Neto being down in the 7th spot, I think he's only there because he needs to get, his bat back. He needs to settle in and get used to major league hitting. But I think at some point you got to really run the table with leading off Renifo, having our boy Neto bat second. Hopefully Trout can warm up and you put him at 3, or you say, hey, we're going to scoot Trout down to 5 and then have either Ohapi 3 or Shonawell 4, or you keep Shonawell at 6 and you can move Soler to 4 to back up Ohapi, then have Trout 5 and then Shonawell 6 and so on down the lineup. I think Trout needs a little bit of break from being the man a little bit, a home run or not. It would be nice to see other guys get on base and then work around that, because you can't have, like I said before, Ohapi and Trout not making contact, not getting on base. Stezio also says he has the best chance of getting on base with the whole team. That's why I suggested. No, it's cool. But, Shonawell's speed, they tried him over there. They've tried him at leadoff before. I think he's comfortable in that 6 spot, but that's just me right there. No Stukas tonight, Dan Rio says. Also lost again, solo shots. Halo Joe says spritz. Also, real quick, Halo Joe, you got hooked up from James. He says he's got your Millennial Falcon for you right there. Dan is very moist. Eddie says season is over. No, sir. The season is over when this guy says it's over, and apparently he's saying it's not.
We got a lot of baseball left to be played, and the season starts tonight.
Benjamin says, get Taylor's strikeout-looking Ward off this team. He is very, very annoying. Carlos says, missed the giveaway, but still went. Yeah, they only had 25,000. I'm sorry you didn't get one, my friend. Also, Randy says, aw, shit, here we go again.
Oh, shit, here we go again.
Also, Tyler checks in with, this was very winnable game. Q Lombardi. Yep.
What the hell's going on out here?
Ezio says, Detmers can do anything Hendricks can. Just start him, Hendricks, as an inning eater. They might flip-flop those guys, Stezio, over there on TikTok, because I believe there is an opportunity for that to happen. The first guy that goes down, you've seen how dominant Detmers has been. I think Detmers is going to fall in right away into that spot. Struck out less, there was that. Marty also says solo home runs by Trout. Never would have thought that. Fernando says, I didn't watch an inning. Happy WrestleMania night 1 to all celebrate. I didn't even see it either. I got to watch the replay. I'm hoping Cody Rhodes kind of loses, because I want to see Cena as a bad guy. Randy says, Han Solo's just in time for Star Wars weekend. Yeah, dude, there was a lot, and I will say the freaking the Star Wars show, the fireworks was pretty dope. Also, he says Kwanowitz is getting tore up. Should he get sent down? Not yet. I think you need to see 2 more starts from him. If the sinker doesn't sink, then yes, you send him down. But for right now, and it also depends on what he did with Ron Washington. He did not like that. Dude, that clown makeup is wild. Yeah, it was fun tonight, I'm telling you. Robert says, fuck! Want to bring out the Halo honk, but we need the help of a trade Ward for a frontline starter. Sign JD Martinez and fix Paris swing, drifting that left foot out, swinging, pulling his head hard. Yeah, Robert has been diagnosing that dude for a while. Aiden says, I think this whole month on the road really messed up this team. It just sucks, man, because, the road trip could have been better had we finished the Texas 2-step a lot better. I haven't honked my honk all week, and that seems like a personal problem, but he's bringing it to our attention. Todd looks pale. Randy says, I can't wait to watch Mania when I get home. Angel's grandma says, too bad Trout only gets 2 home runs with no one on base. Exactly. Also, his eyes were darker that night on his deck. Hey, eyes weren't that dark. Botch says, one big solo act today, huh? Captain Solo, but it was his fault, I suppose. Yep. Again, he hits home runs, but again, we can't get nobody on. It's hard to fault the guy. Fault him either way. Let's just be honest. Shop Girl comes back and says, so disappointing for the Angels. Go get them tomorrow against Verlander. Damn it! Also, Verlander is getting taken to the back of the woodshed tomorrow. Angels putting up 8 runs. I hope so. ESPN thinks the same thing. Robert says, cannot give up runs in the first. Hey, Detmers look good. He did look good. Tyler said, Chapman always spitting on the Halos. Shake my head. Dude, he freaking hates us, bro. He hates us. A day off, he never starts. Randy says. Also, Aiden says, when do you think we call up Moore? He's not hitting right now. I don't think you're going to call him up, dude, especially as long as these guys stay healthy. You're not going to call that dude up. So he has time to marinate and work on his swing. I want to see someone lay down a bunt tomorrow. Boy, you have a fat chance of that happening, bro. Bunts are for honks, Randy says. Mike Trout says, see, Todd, I told you, when I have sex, I hit home runs, and I had sex last night. See, Mike Trout's like, hey, I can hit home runs when I have sex. Who's told you that I can't? YouTube fan says, why the fuck did Ohapi on a 3-0? Oh, that's the other thing. Yes, you brought that up. Like I could not believe that happened in the 9th inning. Like you have a 3-0 count and you swing over a pitch that was not in your wheelhouse. We could see it from where we were at. And he rolls one right to the shortstop. Granted, the shortstop made a nice play, couldn't get the double play, but goddamn, you would have had 2. Even if he gets that one over and it's a strike, fine. 3-1, then look your pitch. I was shocked that he swung at that one. I was expecting a 3-1 count, and then either he goes for it or he's not fooled and he takes the base, and you have 2 on with only 1 out right there. And of course, it doesn't work that way. Also, let's see. Tony C also says this team is so frustrating. They should have won this game. How do you swing 3-0 in the 9th inning? Get Ward out of the leadoff spot already. The Angels need to be more patient. Go Halos. Yeah, it was tough tonight, man. Honk, Randy, I can't help it. Also, the whole freaking lineup had the Moniac effect. Auto 2 strikes. That's true. Clowns scare me right there. Randy says, what did John say? He just went, he smiled and he walked by us. And then I just started busting up because I'm like, holy crap, he's actually at a game. I was more shocked that he was at a game than anything. But yeah. M-Dog says, hey, Todd, it was great to meet you tonight. Yeah, it was pretty cool. Got to meet a lot of people tonight. A lot of people. Benjamin said Ward batting leadoff was so dumb. He doesn't get on base enough. Exactly. No, I did not have a tickle fight with John. I did remember M-Dog, but I've kind of it's a little foggy right now. I will admit that because I am pretty toasted. Paris also is starting to come back to earth. His at-bats were terrible tonight. They were very bad tonight. Also, why the fuck did Ohio? Oh, I already read that one. Enterprise Galactica Chewbacca night, only $400 seat. Yeah, the tickets were expensive tonight. Let's see what happened to the Halo honks. Randy says, I wasn't invited. You're in Fresno. If you came down, I would have paid for your ticket. Mike Trout says, I'm going to the nightclub today with Albert and Artie. Oh, that should be a fun night. You too. LV says, Todd, you think the Angels can win tomorrow? I do like the Angels' chances tomorrow. I'm not going to honk my honk too much, but I do believe it. Stezio says, more 2025 stats are terrible so far. Why call him up? Yeah, it's a little too early to do that, dude. He's got to get his ass together, and then I'm pretty sure he'll be all right. Let's see, Rob and James drank 250. Nah, dude, we had a lot of people at the damn tailgate. There was a lot of people at Bruheim. It was a lot of fun. We got our drink on, and dude, going through the stadium, I'm telling you, I had offers of beer, I got beer, and I'm like, ugh, I've seen enough beer. I saw Roger leaving for the AM 830 van. Let's see. Aiden says, what do you think Rendon's doing right now? He's counting his Benjamins, and he's thinking of how good his life is that he doesn't have to play baseball anymore. That is the first baseball, and I'm sure there's been baseball players before that don't like the fact that they're that good, but I think he's the most spoiled. Like all of us would love to be an Angel, right? Or another baseball player, in the league playing in front of thousands of fans, right? And having that rush that only, certain of us have felt, right? And then you got this dickhead, Anthony Rendon, who everything comes to him so easy. and he's so good at, if you've ever seen the bio on him, everyone's like, oh yeah, he's so good at baseball. He had a freaking left-handed home run here at Anaheim Stadium. He's not even left-handed. I can't do that. A lot of people can't do that, but he's so gifted, right? And he just doesn't give a shit about anything that's not his family or God. And that's great. And I'm not faulting him for that. But when you are paid as much money as he is, and even if you're a $500,000 a year player, which is a lot of money to the regular folk like me and you, but you don't take it for granted. You don't take the people that, work hard to come see you for granted. You go and you have a good time, and you go out there and you try your hardest, because you're not only working for you're representing the city, you're representing the franchise, and you want to be good, right? Like to me, I think that's where NBA players, MLB players, to an extent, football players, but they kind of have to be not loyal, but have to play their asses off because they could get cut. But when you look at hockey, you look at baseball, you look at basketball, they get these guaranteed contracts. And after a while, if they have a bad attitude like Anthony Rendon, which he's really bad, he just doesn't give a shit. He doesn't care. But then again, he's the same doofus that comes out there and says, oh, my family reads the stuff that people write about me, and it's really disheartening. Well, get your ass on the field. Do something when you're out there. Don't just be like pretending to swing. He has the laziest swing I've ever seen. God, man. Again, I would take 5 Pujols contracts at this point than the one Anthony Rendon. People really got to stop that narrative of, well, Albert Pujols was the worst contract. No, it wasn't. That fool produced in one season. In one season of Albert Pujols, his worst year, he had produced more than Anthony Rendon has ever produced for his franchise. And we will never see him again. There's no way you can run it back next year. There's no way. You can't run him back. And if they do, my God. Never would have thought Angels would have lit tailgates. Yeah, we have good ones in the parking lot, Stezio, if you're out here, or even at the bar. The bar is sick, dude. Trust me. And thank you again to Robert. Thank you again to James for supplying the free beer to the people that did show up, and then they bought their own as well. So it was really cool. And I got the GM from Bruheim, Stephanie, was like, hey, that was really, really cool. We had you guys brought in a lot of people, so she was really happy. So we'll be back for sure. Albert Pujols says 11 cans, Todd. That's low key. I've had 20 with Artie and passed out. Ricky says Trout, the undisputed king of solo shots in a loss. That is true. Halo says, back to how John Frisch tickled you. I kind of don't want to go into that. Todd at 11 cans of spritz, not beer. Don't be tickled by this clown. Eric also said, glad I watched WrestleMania tonight and spared myself another limp dick offensive performance. This team seriously needs a hitting coach. It does. My God, do we need one? Also, I would have said, hell yes. Not reading that. Andrew says, least the Angel game was better than the Laker game. Yeah, dude, my friend Renee was there in the crowd, and he's a Dodger fan, of course, but he's also a Laker fan. And he was like, bro, he goes, they're getting smashed right now. I'm like, yeah. And there was a few people I knew that skipped the Angel game to watch the Laker game. So losses all around. DFA fucking Ward, what a dumbass. Josh checks in with DFA Mother Nature. I'm getting tired of this fucking bitch. Yeah, he's in the Midwest, so he's suffering tornadoes right now. Halo Joe says, well, Locked On post-game guy had makeup on too. He did. Also, he copied. Balls in my mouth, Grill Master says. I think he had Pico de Gallo in his mouth for sure. Yeah, he did. He had lots of Pico de Gallo.
For you to check out what I want. I want
balls and John Stamos.
By the way, Patrick Carrero, I saw him there too. He says, balls in my mouth. He said that right away. He's all, Todd, balls. He says, I saw you in line to get photos of the Star Wars character, gave you a fist bump. Yeah, I was trying to get like the pictures right there, Patrick, and then they all dispersed right when I got there. They didn't want to see a clown with all their Star Wars people, and they didn't get me on. I was trying so hard to get on the camera in the Jumbotron, and before the whole Artie mess, I was able to get on so many times. Even when I was sitting in my seat, I got on the Jumbotron. This time, they like I went to physically walk right in front of a camera, and they're all, they switched the other way. Well done in getting into the stadium past the eagle eye security, Klaus. Yeah, I got past Klaus, dude. He did not see me climb the barbed wire. Tyler says Washington's saying that the guys make their living off of where in the lineup there at is BS if they can't do anything where they're at. Yeah, so again, we were talking about this too. Do not give guys automatic spots in the lineup. Make them earn it, dude. And if they're not right there like olden times, you get bounced out of the lineup. You don't stay in the lineup and keep your spot. Ricky says, I can't wait for 10 games under 500 in May so I could have $3 tickets the rest of the season. Mike Trout says, fuck! Also, you had they always lose when I go to the stadium. Grillmaster not happy about that. Randy says, Trout's going to hit 50 home runs with 50 RBIs this season. More like 50 home runs and 51. Tyler says, Rangers walked off against the Dodgers. And, oh, yeah! Grillmaster says, cue the Halo honks after the solo home runs tonight. Yeah, Halo honks were loving it, dude. And again, if you listen to AM 830,
There's a lot of baseball left to be played. And the season starts tonight, which makes me so horny and me love you long time.
and the Halo honks will be like, Tamir20 says, I like Drunk Todd. Unfortunately, we need the Rangers to lose. Also, Marty says, Boo Boo Bear's mommy drops $50 Drunk Todd. Be up dancing for sure. Hey, there was tables. If she was there and she was flinging cash, I probably would have. Cheers to you, Daniel. Also, Dan Rio says, Boo Boo drops enough. Todd will need a pole. Absolutely. Nacho Night to Ward. Yes, all for sure. We already confirmed that. Todd going full on drag. Hey, Sega, you watch your potty mouth. It's kind of hot. Oh, no. Tyler says we need a drunk Artie to cap off the night. That could be on its way. Robert says trade him now. Let's get some freaking pitching. He's been trying to get him traded the whole time. Randy says we drop enough cash. Todd going to be like, want to see my pecker? Demetrio says, yeah, OnlyFans. Demetrio says Ward is so fucking awful, and I feel like so many Angels casuals at the game had no clue. Exactly. Also, Todd, any relation to Sister Dragons? Yeah, I'm not with that Dodger crowd, that's for sure. My buddy and I were chanting thanks for nothing when dumbass Ward was batting. He's useless. Oh my God. Artie says, hey Todd, drunk. Woo! Yeah, I think Artie might come on at some point here. He's getting fired up and we're barely getting to his comments. So we'll see if Artie Moreno comes on here. Parrish should be the leadoff guy right there. He's got to fix his swing first, though. Also, Aiden says, what do we got to do to get Darno going? Can't stand him whiffing at every pitch. Well, Aiden, I think he can get going if he plays more. But the problem is you already got a DH and you got to play Ohapi. So he's kind of stuck in no man's land, and he's got to work the bats that he does get. That's the unfortunate thing. When Trout hit his second home run, I stood up and was shaking my head. All the casuals cheering like we accomplished something. Can't stand Angels casuals. Also, Robert says Adele at leadoff until Paris and his swing gets under control. At least Adele sees more pitches. At Randy, Todd already showed us his deck the other night. Sega says the sisters are perpetual indulgence. No. I'm not part of that, dude. That's definitely not me. Man, you're really trying to call them out, Sega boy. Ward is a disgrace. Cut him. James hates the song because his charisma. Patrick says trade Ward, Adele, and Rendon. I don't think you can get anything for Rendon right now. Brother's going to catch Mike Trout average by next week. Watch call up more. Tyler says pitchers tried the high fastball in Paris, and now it's the down and in slider. Also, you got I wish we could move Trout and Soler down to 7th or 8th. They're both hitting dog ass, period. Women's path. This is why we don't have too many women listeners. Robert says, was Ohapi out at first when Chapman fell? I was at the game and they didn't show the replay. To me, it was a bang, but according to, again, we've had 4 games in a row where the Angels just are refusing to challenge anything. So I don't think they challenged it again. Let's see. Call up towards clowns. There's an associate subculture dedicated to it. Man, Fear of Clowns. I did scare the crap out of a lot of people tonight. That was so cool. Let's see. We have a guest, and who is this right now calling in?
Hey, Todd. It's me, Marsha.
Oh, it's Marsha. How's it going, Marsha? It's former WNBA player from the Dream, Marsha. How you doing?
That's right.
She's the most feminine person that we know, right, Marsha?
Oh, yeah. Let me tell you. You know, I was doing some push-ups on my knuckles earlier this morning.
Mm-hmm.
And I get all the way down just enough to where my tots touch the floor.
Oh, come on, man.
All the way down.
I'm trying not to bust on Artie Moreno and puke all over the place.
Wow, you're going to bust more than that. Hey, is Grilly out there? Grilly out there?
By the way, you just reminded me of something right now.
What's that?
I forgot to do the sponsors. Like Patrick said 714 tickets, and then you busted out the whole Nips thing. So I'm like, I forgot to say 714 tickets, and everybody else. I'm still toasted from tonight. I'm sorry, Marsha.
Yeah, you're pretty lit up, pal. I'm shocked. I've never seen you like this, bud. Never seen you like this. Hey, I just wanted to, Grill Master. Hey, don't feel bad, pal. I know. Every time you go to the stadium, the Angels lose. As an Angels fan, I wish you'd just stay home. But sometimes that happens. And hey, just so you know, I'd Pico that guy any day. Oh yeah.
Hey, by the way, he brought the chorizo to the tailgate. And,
hey.
Yeah, no, he's like, hey, you guys got to cook up my meat. I'm like, well, they have already someone cooking. And I don't think you bring outside food in. Like, you should just came with that. And he's like, no, but for the tacos, I have a lot of chorizo. And yeah, you would have been very happy with the big pound. It was pretty massive.
I'll tell you what, if I was able to go, I'd bring my chorizo too. I'm joking, of course. I'm joking. Grill knows what I'm talking about.
By the way, breaking news over there on TikTok. Corey says these rumors and speculation about Stan Kroenke pushing the Angels and putting stuff around the stadium. It's not Kroenke, it's the Ducks ownership. But Kroenke is more, he's with the what is it, downtown, the Rams and all that, right?
Yeah, he owns the Rams. And he owns the Avalanche too, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. And by the way, Marsha, you're not even going to play in that, what is it, what was it, women's over the summer or over the winter basketball league?
No. I'm gonna have to stop with the athletics altogether. I got to keep my body in shape and work in proper order, so when I'm pregnant, ready to birth that child.
Okay. So I mean, are you gonna?
I've been doing a lot of squats lately. Because you got to think, Todd, when I might be walking down the street, that child pops up, drops about 4 feet, hits the ground. I got to make sure I get him to stick the landing just right,
It's like a bird when it flies out the nest. You want it to fly instead of hit the ground, right?
Yeah, it's like a gyrate. Guys are walking down the Sahara, the Serengeti, whatever it is.
Do you still
kid drops out of its got a little baby dropping out of its cooch, hits the ground, lion comes and eats them.
Let me just ask you: you still sponsored by Just for Men for the shaving?
No, Rogaine. I'm still sponsoring Rogaine there.
You still donate your back hair for men like myself that have
Oh yeah, like to grow out nice and thick, just in time for Valentine's Day. Todd, you know the trick. I lure that guy into my bedroom, take my shirt off, and I shave in my back hair a big giant heart right in the middle. Right in the middle of that heart, Todd, it says "Do me."
Oh. Okay, Marsha.
That's my go-to.
Even as drunk as I am tonight, I'm sorry. With all due respect, we're not on the same wavelength.
Hey, I hope I sobered you up a little bit. Hey, Todd, just a little trick here, a little tip from old Marsha, your bud. A little less eyeshadow next time, huh? Jeez Louise. What's going on over there?
I didn't do the makeup. The girl did. So.
Oh, okay. I thought this was the Divine Show when I first clicked on it.
The foundation is definitely running. Yes.
Yeah, it's right there. Hey, you have yourself a go. Hey, we lost today, guys. We're gonna get them back tomorrow, right, Todd?
Right. We're gonna win the series tomorrow.
We're gonna win the series. We're gonna pull it back together. That's how we do it. I'm kicking things around, so pissed off. Gotta get these guys going. Maybe I should go to the game, cheer them on, get behind the dugout. You know what I mean?
You should. Definitely.
Yeah, maybe I'll do. Maybe I'll flash Trout or something. Maybe I'll get a little pick me up.
You'll scare them into actually wanting to hit the ball. You know what I mean?
Maybe we'll see. And Grilly, for God's sake, stay home, pal. Do not go to the stadium. Stay the hell home. I'll meet you there, and we'll pour pico de guy all over each other. You know what I'm talking about? It's like the old days.
All right, Marsh, I gotta get back to baseball talk. Sorry.
Okay, you have a good one, pal. Bye.
You too. Jeez. All right, that was Marsha. Sassy Classy wants to know who's Marsha. Former 6'7" WNBA Atlanta Dream player. Corey says, what do you think about the Angels? What do you think Angels do if we don't make the playoffs again? Yeah, they're never going to rebuild. And that's the most frustrating thing. They're just going to try to add more pieces. So look for them to retool again. Timir 20 says batting lineup should be Renifo, Neto, Soler, Paris, Trout, Shawnewa, Odell, or Hoppy Adele Award. It's not a bad lineup. Don says tough one tonight, but our offense is in a slump. But hopefully these home runs help Trout get going. Also, Silent E says I'd like to see Paris fix his swing and get and him be at the leadoff with his speed. He could definitely start some rallies. Fireworks shows usually are duds, but the stadium this one was very impressive. Also, Demetrio says, I like them more when they have Big Bang Fridays, or like them more. Also, Artie should just sell right now. Dude, trust me, he should have sold a long time ago. Ricky says, if there was anyone on base, Trout would strike out. Also, Demetrio says, are the Halos and Star Wars crap tonight was so freaking annoying. Yeah, we got one more game of that. When did the Angels fans became so cut nerds? All the time. Yeah, we've been like that for a while. Artie, his flesh light in the owner's suite while Roger Lodge is watching me so horny. Dude, that's a bad visual. Tony C says Kyron Paris will be sent down soon if he doesn't get it together soon. Todd, keep up the good work. Let's stay positive and we will get better. Trout needs a day off. We have no bench. Well, I mean, if he takes a day off, guys like Newman will get in there. I don't want to see that. Also, James says, great to see you all there tonight. Can't wait for the next time. Demetrio says, bummed I didn't go with the Heaty group, but next time for sure. Yeah, you got to get more of you guys out there this time. Should be a lot of fun. Ohapi needs to get his shit together. Yeah, he does, dude, because he's one of the leaders on the team. If his bat is cold too, dude, it's tough for everyone else to get going as well.
Then get your shit together. Get it all together and put it in a backpack. All your shit. So it's together. And if you got to take it somewhere, you know? Take it to the shit store and sell it. Or put it in a shit museum. I don't care what you do. You just got to get it together. Get your shit together.
Don Hammond says Moore needs to spend an entire year in the minors. He's not ready. He isn't even hitting AA pitchers right now. He's off to a very slow start. He's got to get that chip back on his shoulder, and I think he'll be fine. But for right now, yeah, he's not really doing it. So, yeah, I agree, Don. You got to keep him down there. Let's see him put together a really nice year. It's just the first couple weeks of the minors, too, so we got to see him get it together. Also, Corey says, who will be our next manager next year? I don't know. I mean, it's very hard if Ron can't get this team ultra competitive by the end of the season, or at least close to a playoff spot or over 500. I think you would see somebody getting their first job as an Angel manager at this point. So you could see a Torrey Hunter, although I don't like it yet, because I think I would like to see him be a bench coach or a manager in the system somewhere. I don't think handing him a job right away, it might be overwhelming for him, but we'll see. Dan Rio says, say hi to my granddaughter, Ellie, for me. She's watching you now. Hi, Ellie. Dude, your grandpa is really cool. Dan Rios is cool, except he likes the Rams, so he's not cool for that. Bryant Norris says Bruheim is so much better than Noble. It is, dude. Bruheim is a nice spot. Jesus says the most angel thing is the rubber match for the rubber match is getting blown out by double digits and striking out as well. Also, Demetrio Lakers got blown out and it helps me feel better. Me love you long time. I played that earlier. Albert Pujols says at least I played my contract unlike Rendon. Also, Grillmaster says glad to see you at the brew, but man, I'm still so mad. Yes. Also, let's see. Other teams get guys like Clint Hurdle. What the fuck do we get? And that's the thing, too. Clint Hurdle was an option, and I think he could have been the Angels' next manager. But the problem is Clint Hurdle was not paid. You know, like he was wanting to come in with John Washington, Ron Washington. But Artie Moreno, the cheapskate that he is, did not want to pony up the money. So he's like, you know what? I'm gonna go somewhere else. And now he's the hitting and coach in Colorado. Saucy says, why do I torture myself? Also, Patrick Creel says Artie probably knows who you are when he sees a clown and they know what's up. How long do you think till Ron Washington gets fired? I don't think he does. I think he plays out his contract. I mean, they would have to really, really be bad for him to get fired, in my opinion. But I could be wrong. Randy says former WNBA female of the year. Halos Forever says, yes, he was out. Yes, he was out right there. Also, Little Pico on your grilly. Ill. Eddie says, Marsha gets my honky stick heel. Also, Demetrio says, whoever runs the music at Angel Stadium sucks ass, doesn't know how to drop songs or beats the right way. Dude, it's that DJ, dude. DJ Jojo or whatever the hell his name is. Also, I want Marsha and B. Arthur simultaneously. That is disgusting. Corey says, I just want to make the playoffs. It's been too long. It's going to be 11 years, guys and gals. That is embarrassing. Marty says, Grillo loves the sausage. Oh, funnel cake Randy wants him to funnel it. Also, Roger Lodge was doing the deed to Artie Moreno, and he was saying my dong in range. Wait, he inhale my dong enragement child. Oh, that's disgusting. Eric also says, Marsha, do you bless the rains down in Africa? Oh my God. You guys are too much. Also, Patrick says they should have had you singing the national anthem, Take Me Out to the Ball Game, scared the shit out of all the kids and drunk dudes. Dude, I was scaring so many kids. It was great. It was so great tonight. I had a fun just doing that. Omega Man says the LA Times article today, Neto can be the Angels' savior. Yeah, come on, man. I mean, he can be in a way, but good grief, dude. I don't think he's lifting them to the postseason. He could probably get this offense back going again, but they still need help. Is Ron Washington Jr. for real? Don't see him improving the batting strategy. Well, the problem is, again, you guys and gals have watched many Angel games over your years, correct? And I said this the other night, and I'll say it again. You literally can't go a freaking good game without seeing, especially when the offense puts up a lot of runs, them showing the hitting instructor, because they'll say, well, the hitting instructor's been working with Kyron Paris, and now he's doing this, he's doing that. Or you see, it was back in the day when Mike Scioscia had the team, and they would always show Mickey Hatcher, they would show any of the other hitting coaches. They don't show Junior because he's not doing anything. You know, like they wouldn't show Sereno, they wouldn't show Reed. You'd see them playing with Pokemons or, Sereno eating nachos. You wouldn't see those guys actually doing baseball stuff. Anyone fist bumping them. They're not working out. They're not doing batting cage stuff. I don't know what Ronnie Washington's son's doing, but whatever it is, it's not helping this team out because they seem to be just doing launch angle bullshit still. Also, we need an ace. Haven't had an ace in a very long time. Corey, you're preaching to the choir. We've been wanting an ace for a long time, but that just doesn't seem to be in the works when free agency comes around. They get extremely cheap. Next year's free agency, let Travis walk, sign Salvi, Perez, and Alonso. They had their chance to get Alonso this year, and they're not going to get him. That Jung Ho Lee on the Giants is a nice man. He's a good player, dude. Very good player. Patrick says, I was in section 300 in row C. I saw Garrett Anderson and Mark Langston, two Angel greats right there. Also, do we see Adele lead off tomorrow in a surprise change? Nope. Albert Pujols says, I will be the next manager. Also, he led the Dominican and to the Caribbean Championship and won. Yeah, he is in the final year of his contract, Randy. It was only a 2-year deal, but I think he got, no, was he extended? Or is it still 2 years? Patrick says, in my opinion, Darren Erstad should be the next manager, Garrett Anderson and Torrey Hunter as hitting coaches. And I like those guys as, like Darren Erstad at least has managerial experience. If he were to bring Garrett Anderson on as a hitting coach and Torrey Hunter as a bench coach, I'd be all for that. Omega says, is Erica Weston married? I don't know. There's a lot of rumors about her and her eye. And I will say that that she's been seen without the ring and then she's been seen with it. So I have no idea when it comes to that. Also, Corey says, you think we'll trade Adele or Ward at the deadline? It depends on what the team is. They could be sellers, could be buyers. There's a long way to get to that point. I don't think we'll be able to gauge where the Angels are till about mid-May. And if they're stinking up the joint by mid-May, then we can kind of be like, yeah. Randy says nobody can save the Angels right now. Ricky says Bruheim sucks. Noble beers are cheaper and taste better. Love you, Todd. The next Angel playoff game will be 2029. Thank you, Ricky. Tony C says we need to trade Ward to KC. That would be a good fit for some pitching. KC does have some good pitching, but I would hit up Pittsburgh and also Cincinnati. Hayes says, shook your hand tonight, Todd Fox. I was in the 500 level. Had a red Angels hat and black Dickies jacket. Handshake was 10 out of 10 and got nothing but respect for you, bro. Thank you. Hey, it was nice to meet you. You should have said Hayes. I think you did, or maybe I missed it because there was a lot of people shouting shit. So, but I do appreciate everyone that came by and said hi. Believe me, it was really, really cool. Justin Option says Angels won again. When? Also, Pete Alonso is going to opt out of his contract likely again. Eric has a ring on every night now. I guess they got back together. Hayes says went solo tonight like Han Solo and took over the Big A universe. Hell yeah. JC Dog says, haha, wow, Todd, love the Halo honk costume. Thank you so much. I try, man. I try to be a man of the people. I try to be out there every night, especially now that I got, talked into season tickets. It's a good and bad thing because now I'm suffering on a nightly basis. But, hey, if any of you want to join me, like I got Dan from the Ohapi. He set up the Ohapi cancer bowling thing last year. I made good friends with him. He's got a lot of people and he's been sending me some extra tickets. So I got I don't know if you guys want to go to the Pirates series, but starting tomorrow, I'm going to start giving away some tickets, I think, for Monday and Tuesday. I gave a couple already out to Mario. I met him there with his big-ass motorcycle, so that was cool, too. Mario came down. But I have some tickets to give away, and I'm going to give them away for free, so stay tuned. We'll do that if you guys want to come out and see the Pirates this week. But, yeah, I want to see winning baseball. I want to see better baseball. I want to see more, more hitting. I think that we're seeing better pitching. I think the pitching, which wasn't all that bad last year, is much better this year. But damn, Dan Rios checks in one more time here. He says, "Better than being a sea chicken or a Weiner fan." Hashtag winning this guy. Eric Ward says, Todd, do you think they move Ward out of the leadoff by the end of April if he continues to struggle? They should, Eric. But conventional wisdom is short on this franchise. I don't know if they will. I really don't. It's the right thing to do. J-Dog says, too bad you weren't at the JT signing today. I was. You guys you didn't recognize me. I was there. I interviewed him. I got video of me interviewing him. We sat down for about 10 minutes and talked. I have freaking I was there with OC Dugout. Let's see. I was there from, I want to say 10:45 to about 12. So I was there for about an hour. I interviewed a couple of vendors too. And then we freaking went out to Bruheim. I had all my stuff and I went straight over there. So I've had a busy day. I even made breakfast for the family. I had family come over and spend the night from out of town. So dude, I am going to crash tomorrow and I'm 50-50 if I'm going to the game tomorrow. I'm really 50-50, but if I sober up and don't have a hangover, I'll be there. And if you guys want to come by, I won't be there in makeup. Not on a hot ass day. Well, it's not even gonna be hot tomorrow. It's just the fact that putting on this makeup is a real hard thing to do at times. So I save these for like night games, packed houses, usually Saturday nights, like maybe once a month I'll go. But I ain't gonna do makeup every time, so I'll be there in my regular face. But I think I still should be there. Dan, you gotta hit me up when you're actually there. By the way, Taylor and I are not fucking related. Yeah, I didn't think so. Also, you still owe me a 12-pack. I'm gonna pay up. I mean, I saw you at the, what is it? You met my dad the other day, but you could have called me out. I would have bought you a beer right there at the stadium. No issue. And if you would have came to the damn tailgate, we had all kinds of free beer, Dan. And that goes back to football season because we bet about the division. I said Seattle would take the division. Obviously, his Rams took the division. So we haven't had a chance to hang out and have a 12-pack. I mean, I drank a 12-pack today, and they were tall cans. Hayes says, Locked On Angels could never. You guys are good people. I appreciate that. And we are there for the people. We love the fans. And we wish the only thing I will ever say and admit to is like I just wish we had a huge crowd like that. But they've gotten a nice a nice silver spoon audience, and that's good. I mean, we've had to earn every one of our subscribers and every one of our listeners, and I'm proud of that. To be honest with you, yeah, it would be great to have numbers like they do or whatever. But in the end, I mean, if most of our fans are 90% are real, 90% are great people, that's all I care about. Like you get what you could get caught up in the fact of being like, oh man, they have a good following, which they do, and then you have this and that, and it's like, okay, but I don't see them doing no charity events. I don't see a lot of these podcasts going out there. We've gotten a few of them together, like we got Angel Central together, we got Loyal Angel Fans. We're working on a couple other spots. So it's like, dude, I mean, it's going to be big overall, but it's their loss. And, Top Fan Rivalry has been pretty cool with us too. So we do stuff with Bill, we do softball games. A lot of that stuff goes to charity. So yeah, I mean, we give back to the community because we're freaking from the community. We live here, unlike others. Omega says Erica Weston is back on her man, and then she shoots Botox and loses weight. About time to get another facial. That is the playbook. J-Dog says best Angels podcast out there, keeps it real. I really appreciate that, and everybody does over here. Remember that Catch restaurant off Catella? That was a great place to watch baseball games and eat great food and drink good beer. Missed that place. I missed the Tilted Kilt too. I used to go over there. That place had some good food, but not so much. Let's see. I think I'm the curse since I rant too much. J-Dog says out 2 runs were solo shots. I'm shocked. I feel like restaurants and bars come and go so often around Angel Stadium because it's how they're put. They don't market them right. There's some prime real estate right there. And the stadium, the Angels brass do not work with the those establishments. They really don't. And that's why they struggle so much. I think the only one that works, in my opinion, there's 2. There's Carl Strauss and there's everyone else has to fight for their people. But Carl Strauss and freaking Golden Road are just in the right spot at the right time, and people are just, it's easy to get to all those spots. Whereas other spots, you kind of got to find your way over there, or because a lot of people didn't even know about Noble until we started doing things with them. And then all of a sudden people are like, yeah, Noble's a great spot. So yeah, that's how that works. Dennis checks in with Angels lost, Clippers lost, LAFC tied. Bad night for Dennis. Also, Ricky says, I really hope everyone enjoyed being over 500 this long. It was really, really nice while it lasted. The season starts tomorrow night, and we're fucked. 10-10 people. Actually, tomorrow morning, or tomorrow afternoon. But yeah, I mean, look, 9-5. I was like, dude, I think we're off to a really, really good start. But
emotional damage.
Yeah, I really want to get this team started.
We got a lot of baseball left to be played, and the season starts tonight.
Patrick says, did you interview JT Snow with the clown makeup on? No, that was way before the clown makeup. How many Deos tonight? Because the offense wasn't there, Randy, there was only about, I would say, I think I counted 8, but being drunk, I can't give you a dead on number, but I counted 8. Might have been wrong, and maybe someone can help me out in there. Also, Ricky says Ward leading off is a signaling sign that we're only winning 65 games. Omega says, how did they let you in with the clown makeup? Thought you were blocked and banned with the clown look. Well, what I did, Omega, was this time I had a change of clothes, and this time we brought the makeup in, and I went to a corner of the stadium, and I had my girl put the makeup on real quick. So yeah, that's how I got in. And I ran into Trent Rush. That was awesome. That was so awesome. Quality over quantity right there. Also, Truly or Mike's Lemonade's hard. Oh, geez. Everyone hit the like button. I appreciate that, Dimitro. Ricky says, who's your jersey guy, Todd? I need a City Connect jersey without the SLA patch. I have a guy, and he does them custom. So just let me know, dude. But I tell you, dude, because he has so many orders, it takes about 2 weeks. But once you get them, the custom jerseys, they are sick as hell. Really, really good. The next one, I'll take some orders here in May, if you guys want to shoot some out, and then we'll get you those jerseys and whatnot. And they're really good. They're really good. I even sent some to Randy too. Randy's had some too. He likes them. J-Dog says, I like every video. I hope you get more followers to compete with the honks. We're working at it. Super Halo Brothers are jabronis. It's like watching public access shtick. It's bad shtick at that. Also, Patrick says, small, close-knit communities are so much better because you can actually interact with people rather than having billions of comments. That is true, too. There's no way I would be able to read all the comments if we just had, like, thousands of people on. So it is cool because we built this from the ground up. Hay says, have never seen these fools in the 500 level sit down with the kids and talking with families. Todd Fox is a real deal. No more glazing, but I really do appreciate what you guys do for us. Oh, I really appreciate that. Yeah. Because in the end, dude, it's all about the fans, all about the kids. And we were giving out thunder sticks tonight. We were giving out stickers tonight, like as much as we could smuggle into the damn stadium. And it was fun, dude. It was fun interacting, taking selfies. It was really cool. It was really, really cool. And I've never had a bad experience in the clown outfit other than getting kicked out for president. Oh, what happened to the mezzos, by the way? I drove by it and it was gone. Did it close? Yes, it did, J-Dog. That sucker did not last very long at all. I do know the guy, Aaron. He runs the catering still. He still does a hell of a job, but they weren't able to stick it out right there because of all the crap that Artie does with owning that area. Tilted Kilt in Orange is another take on Hooters. I went to college with a hot chick who worked there. She looked like a classic bar girl. Well, I mean, those girls were pretty cute. Silent says, I've been told by honks in the past that I should be thankful that for the team and Artie. I say thankful for what? And then I laugh in their face. That's true. It's true because, again, Artie's ran this shit into the ground. Let's just be honest. Omega says 714 tickets, 714 tickets. And that's the thing too, 714 tickets. Since I'm sobering up now, but I did not do the intro right by mentioning them because getting tickets through 714 tickets is so much better than going to any other jabroni freaking sites where you have to pay all these service fees. The price you see is the price you get. I know it's cliche, but it's true. So if you see a ticket for $28, you're paying $28. There's no tax. And then on top of that, you can pay even less. You get 10% off of that ticket or any other ticket that you purchase just by putting HITI in that apply now code at the end. Fuck Golden Road. Golden Road is owned by Budweiser, and Budweiser will do anything they can do to destroy craft beer. Now 9, Randy says. Also, Patrick says, Anaheim Stadium, fortunately, still allows you to bring food in. I brought Reuben sandwich from Benji's New York Deli off of 17th and Tustin in Orange, right off the 55 freeway. Way better than the stadium food. Absolutely. Sonny Verk over there says, oh my God, I saw you at the game. I'm a Giants fan. Well, I appreciate that. I ran into a lot of Giants fans who couldn't have been any nicer, by the way. There was a lot of stupid Dodger fans there. No offense if anyone is, but again, there was a lot of stupid Dodger fans there, and I was giving them shit. But the Giants fans couldn't have been nicer. They truly are a good fan base. Bruce checks in with Moniak had a home run triple on the bases loaded walk today. His OPS is 9.52. I hope the Angels' stupid move comes back to bite them in the ass. That just proves, Bruce, that anybody else can save the talent that we let go, but we can't. Omega says, Deos are so annoying. Why do we keep playing it? What's the point? Please explain. It's supposedly something to get the crowd going, and it is super annoying as hell. You just hear this. It's from the start of a song from a long time ago. And nobody remembers where that song came from except my dad and anyone that listened to K-Earth. And yeah, it's terrible, but yeah, it just like Sonny says, Trout scared me. Well, that song scares me. I hate the Deo song. It's just terrible. But they play it every game, and so there you go. Let's see. Also, I just realized I didn't get my Jets jersey last season. You told me to cancel it. J Ram says launch angle, launch angle, launch angle, and we're gonna be stuck on that for a while. Let's do clown makeup. I'm so down to run, sell the team chance the entire game. It's just getting it in there, getting those the shirts in there, because we had the shirts last year, the sell the team shirts, and I had some at the Bruheim there I was giving away too. J Dog says, hey, exit velocity, hey. Also at Randy, what do you think about Rogers McPhee's interview? Eric War says, Sonny Verk says, good luck with the rest of the season. Well, good luck too with the Giants, because I know that the Giants will be in the postseason. So don't even trip, Sonny. It's, I appreciate the good luck sentiment over there on TikTok as a Giants fan. Really, I do. But it's more like pray for us. Pray for us, Sonny, that we could be anywhere good as you guys are, or at least sniff the playoffs. We could smell it. Like it's just out of our range, but we could at least smell it. You guys will be there, no doubt. The National League West is tough, and I hope you beat the hell out of the Dodgers. I really do. But if we just smell it, I think we'll be good. She says, laugh out loud. I'm praying for you. Don't worry. Thank you so much. But you will be there, and best of luck when you get there. Also, Ricky said, did Tilted Kilt close? Yes, they did. They closed a while ago. Let's see. Also, Randy says the Jets are trash just like his Angels. Well, that's bad. Fun fact hack: the grab and go corner stores in the 200 levels have $4.50 Coors and Banquet and Coors Light beers. A tall can is less than $10. That's true. That's a secret that a lot of people don't know about. They also have like a lavender beer for women, but I drank it and it wasn't bad. So I give it a shot. Randy's like, I'm a Giants fan now. Patrick says, I got my tickets from 714 Ticket. It was only $65 for a ticket in section 300, and that's cheap for tonight. That same ticket, though, unfortunately, will cost you like $10 tomorrow. Modelo and Pacifico are the best beers. I love Modelo. Giants fans are class acts. They're really cool. I really had no issues with Giants fans. The parents were cool. The kids were cool. The single guys were cool. The single girls were cool. Like everybody was fist bumping. They were chill as hell, and they were talking baseball. Nobody was like flinging insults. We had a really good time. Yeah, Dodger fans pissed me off too. Like, there's no reason for them to be all Dodgered out, but you know why they're there. And I had a couple Dodger fans be like, well, we're here to cheer on the Angels. I'm like, bro, you guys look like bigger clowns than me. Eric says he said they flew him out just to ask him about the press release about getting the boot. I think that's the Jets player, I think. Also, why the hell are the Dodger fans at the games? They hate the Giants and the Angels. Yeah, they in your face they'll tell you they hate the Giants, but what it is they do hate both teams. They're too scared to admit that they hate the Angels. Hayes says, met a lot of cool Giants fans tonight. The enemy of an enemy is my friend. There you go. I agree with that 100%. One Dodger fan in my section was holding up the Dodgers World Championship banner. Gross second. His jersey said, convicted felon number 47. She's Q Lombardi. This guy sneaks in a political reference. What the hell's going on out here? Yes. Let's see. Let's see. Jose Suarez pitching out in the Braves. What are the odds for that? Yeah, he's probably balling out over there. Oh geez, just wipe my nose. See, I got like a bunch of makeup on my hand. That's the first time I've touched my face all day. Uh, Also, you see, they should have had Halos chance, the Golden State Warriors. Yeah, Halo. That would be better than freaking the Deo thing for sure. Let's see, Patrick Creel says, make sure you drink a lot of water before you go to bed. Yeah, I am. I'm starting to sober up now, but I do need some water. Angels fans are civilized. We don't curb stomp the opposing team's fans. That's true. There's been a lot of deaths at Dodger Stadium. Also been buying my tickets from 714 since I've been buying and using the Heedy discount, save $5 on my ticket tonight, and have accumulated to $80 worth of credit. Yeah, that's a lot of tickets you could buy, or just one really good ticket. Also, Dodger fans are there for the attention. They are the biggest pieces of shit in sports. Also, the Dodger fans at Anaheim Stadium are the same as Raider fans and Rams. And Laker fans and Clipper fans. All types piss me off. Todd, it wasn't a political reference. It was a little thing that happened. Okay. Mike Trout says Deo. He wants to hear more Deo. So he hit 2 home runs tonight. So he gets 2 Deos. Deos were surprisingly low. Infinite Iron Giant says the ESPN notification I was literally sent was Mike Trout is so back and we lose 3-2. Yeah, we're so back. But yeah, not so much. Dodgers are like the Lakers fans. They're from the same guild. They really are. All right, so we went an hour and 16 minutes here tonight. I love every last one of you guys that were there at the game saying hi, and we're just nice as hell, and the females as well. I mean, we had just really good fans tonight and on the show. I'm going to go take a shower and wash this dreaded makeup off and try to decompress after a loss and maybe reset for tomorrow. But Mike Trout's yelling for Nevin. Anyone who wants to fight another fan over a sports game is a freaking idiot. I agree, Eric. I mean, it's not worth it, but you can go to any one of these games and see all this crap happening, and fans just don't get it, dude. There's no need to do all that stuff. And yes, Eric is very moist. I appreciate you, Omega, and everybody else. Again, we love this tight-knit community. We love talking Angels baseball. And we want a winner. We want to win so bad. So hopefully everything changes and we can get going. Randy says Giants in 3. Good night, J-Dog. Thank you, Hayes. It was nice to meet you and everybody else there at the stadium. We'll talk to you tomorrow. And go Angels, baby.